Hi, so I'm sorry that you had to come here to deal with your depression, but a lot of people have no means to go to a therapist's office, or they don't feel the need to, and I just wanted something easy access to get online and for you to have someone to be able to listen to and understand, like to hear it from someone that gets it. You can't take any kind of depression lightly. Minor depression and clinical depression are both serious, and oftentimes minor depression leads to clinical depression. So you will know if you feel this way. But a minor depression is where you feel like you're constantly under a gray cloud, and it's just constantly rainy, and it's completely alone. You're like alone under this gray sky. And then a clinical depression is where you're in a dark room. Clinical depressions are usually accompanied with suicide attempts, suicidal thoughts, self-harm, and just very, very, very much isolated. And you are never going to see how you actually were that person. And that is okay, because that's not who you are. And if you can change from that, then that's all that matters. Well, like I was saying, minor depression and a clinical depression are both very serious, and I don't think you should take either one lightly. And you do not need medicines to get through this. All you have to do is understand your emotions and how to figure what makes you feel better in a healthy way. First, you have to identify your emotions, and you can have conflicting emotions, and that's very common. If you have the conflicting emotions, you need to understand why. That's the second step. Figure out why you feel that way. If you have to go back years and years and years into your childhood kind of thing, then that's what you have to do, and eventually it'll pay off. If you have to go back 2 days to understand, like relate to why you're feeling that way, you have to go back 2 days. I mean, this is for a recovery process too, recovering from depression or in depression. Obviously, when you're in the depression, it's going to take longer to handle with this. Anyways, once you've figured this out, all you have to do is figure out a healthy way to get through with this. Basically, you can get through in a healthy way in any form. You can use your sport as something to get your emotions out. You can use music. You can use your instruments. You can use working out. You can use poetry, reading, writing, painting, drawing, anything. Like, there are countless things. You can just have a part, like a box, where you just have stick-it notes where they say your emotions that day. Like, I feel like this, and I just need to get it out. And just put it in a box and keep it there. Like, that's perfectly fine. Whatever works, whatever makes you feel better, that is healthy. That's the most important thing. If it isn't healthy, and by healthy I mean it does not cause you any harm, and it doesn't cause people around you harm. And self-harm is, one, an addiction, and two, a separate recovery almost, because it's how you learn to deal with those problems, and you can't use that because you then have to recover
It's
from
6
that
o'clock.
problem. And it is apparently 6 o'clock. My computer, Jeff, just told us that. Anyways, so just remember to do it in a healthy way, because self-harm is an addiction, and it will come back to haunt you. And it will never be something that you can, like, walk around and just have people ask, and you be like, oh yeah, I did this and this and this when I was upset. I mean, with close friends that's possible, but it's not something that you want to put up with. So just deal with it in a healthy way. You'll be happier before you know it, and you won't have anything to regret from that. You'll only learn something, which is the best feeling I think you can get from all this, to be liberated from the pain and the feeling of just constant down is wonderful. So just keep your positive thoughts going, even if it's very little. just keep your positive thoughts as much as you can. And try and provoke your positive thoughts to see how far you've come. Anyways, so just find someone to talk to. I can be that person if you don't have someone in your own personal life. Just message me over YouTube. I'd be happy to give you some personal things to contact me with, like my email or Facebook or Tumblr. I'd be more than happy to help you, and I would love to hear success stories or something like that. And if you want me to put your story out there, I would love to. So just, you know, talk to me. I'd love to help, and I hope this video helped you. Just remember, identify, why, and your help. As long as it's healthy, you're fine. Do whatever helps you. Alright, love you guys. I hope I helped you, and just don't be afraid to talk to me.